Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. We're going to take a look at an NFL game this week. Pick this one out. It's the Battle of the State of New York, and we've got the surprising Buffalo Bills. And Scott, I'm going to throw it to you first. The Buffalo Bills, are they as good as they looked in their two blowout wins? Granted, the blowout wins were against Indy and Miami, and right now the shines come off those two a little bit.
You said that at the beginning of the year because those were two of the teams supposed to be really good.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you think, Scott?
It's funny how things change in 3 weeks of action.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the state of New Jersey is going to be a little ticked off at you right now for calling it the Battle of New York, and the New York Jets might be a little ticked off also for, they don't consider Buffalo to be in the States, let alone New York. But anyway, as far as this particular
game. I've been to Jersey.
Game,
it's not a state. Anyways, it's ready to fall in. It's on a landfill.
Goes 1/50th of our audience.
His twin is Chris Christie, and he's no, anyway. Sorry about that. But talking about this game, I don't know if Buffalo's as good as I had them against Miami last week. That was more about playing against a dysfunctional Miami Dolphins.
That was probably one of the hottest games among, a lot of sharps. And it's been for 3 weeks. Everybody's betting Buffalo. The line keeps changing on it.
And they did that a lot last year, too. You saw that at the second half of the season. But let me ask you this question real quickly before, really jump into it. If this was a week one game, we hadn't seen these two teams at all this season. Line's 5.5 right now. What's that line going into week one, with Buffalo hosting the Giants?
I would say, there's a little bit there was some excitement with Buffalo, with Rex Ryan and everything. Still, I don't make it more than 2.5.
I was going to say 3. What do you?
I make it higher than half because the Giants weren't very highly thought of coming into the season in Buffalo. I would have probably made it 4.
4, okay, but
still it's below.
It's still below 5.5, and I get it. You have to make line adjustments as the season progresses. There's no doubt about it. But we have a Giants team that they're that close to being 3-0, but they made a couple of really stupid, decisions and plays and moves in 2 of those games. But when you look at who they play and how close they are to 3-0, they did beat up on the Redskins. Okay, the Redskins aren't that good, but they should have beat Dallas. They should have beat a decent Atlanta Falcons team, and they could be 3-0 right now. They did beat that discombobulated Indianapolis offensive line in week one and then dysfunctional Miami team last week. But I think this is a situation where you got to play on the underdog here, and you got to hope they don't make that stupid decision if the game is a 3-point game with a couple of minutes to go.
Buffalo's play calling this year is so much better since Marrone is gone. So offensively, he has put his players in the position to have success. That's why they're playing better offensively this year. A lot of it has to do with the play calling. Defense, obviously, I think the Buffalo defense is much better here. But I'm with you. I think the Giants, the spot is on the Giants. We talked last week about teams going to London and 1-5 against the spread. Both of them lost again, Miami being one of them. It was a bad spot for Miami. It was a big rivalry game for Buffalo. I like the Giants here.
I'm going to throw a horse racing reference to you, Scott, because you're more of the horse guy. It's one thing for a horse to win carrying 118 pounds, but then whenever they get saddled with 126, it's a little different.
So you're telling me this is the fat and sassy New York Giants?
This is it.
The Buffalo Bills?
Yeah, now they got to carry the weight. It's one thing to just win the game, be a small dog, or as we've seen. I mean, they opened a dog in all 3 games this year, and they closed all 3 games at either a pick'em or -1. I mean, because so much money came in on. But now this is a significant number, and one of the things that's made Buffalo so well and taking the pressure off. And Tyrod Taylor, did any of you guys think that he was going to be? This good?
No.
I mean, nobody.
They're not doing.
Still early.
Yeah, and they're like 25th passing. Their offense, but he's much better than I thought he was going to be. He looks like he's got it. He's very football savvy, I would say.
This is going to be the test for him this week because they've run the football so well in the first 3 weeks. The Giants, for whatever you want to say about that defense, they have not allowed a team over 88 yards rushing this year. So if they slow the Buffalo running game down enough, like we talked about in the Alabama-Georgia game, he's going to have to make more plays this week in the passing game. And till I see it, I don't believe it. So I'm going to go ahead. I agree with you. I think it's the Giants. I think we're unanimous here, right?
There you go.
All right, so there you go. The battle of New York and New Jersey, as I was corrected. We're going to go with the New Jersey team. We're going to take the New York Giants plus the points here. I think it'll be a good game. And, guys, we got a special deal this week. Big Deal 25. What's that mean? Well, if you use coupon code Big Deal 25 when you check out, you're going to get 25% off any package 7 days or larger. Great way to get on board with your favorite capper, lock them in long term, and save yourself 25%. Be sure to check out all our other videos this weekend at WagerTalk.com. Go to the video podcast section. They're all up there for you. We'll be back with more